Google's annual hardware showcase, the Made by Google event in New York, has once again taken center stage, spotlighting the Pixel 10 smartphone lineup, Pixel Watch 4, Pixel Buds, and the formal release of Android 16. This year's unveiling had a familiar rhythm: incremental hardware upgrades, modest design refinements, and stable pricing. But the real focus was squarely on artificial intelligence integration and Google's Gemini platform. The Pixel 10 family comes in three main models: the baseline Pixel 10, $799, Pixel 10 Pro, $999, and the top tier Pixel 10 Pro XL, $1,199, offered with a single 256 gigabyte storage option. The big hardware shift is the introduction of the Tensor G5 chip, manufactured for the first time by Taiwan Semiconductor, TSM, using its 3 nanometer process, a major departure from Samsung's previous role as supplier. Google claims the Tensor G5 delivers 34% faster performance than its predecessor, 60% greater efficiency in AI and Gemini related tasks, and support for the Qi2 wireless charging standard, which brings Google's new Pixel Snap magnetic charging accessories, a direct competitor to Apple's MagSafe. Battery life gets incremental boosts across the lineup, but without any major leaps in capacity. Beyond phones, foldables, watches, and earbuds. Pixel 10 Pro Fold, $1,799, Google's premium foldable returns, competing directly with Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold line, now with Gemini-powered multitasking enhancements. Pixel Watch 4, $349 to $499. The watch refines Google's trademarked curved display with 50% more brightness and more usable screen real estate. Available October 9 with both Wi-Fi and LTE variants. Pixel Buds 2A, $129.99, introduced with replaceable charging case batteries, a nod to sustainability and repairability. Meanwhile, Pixel Buds Pro 2 will receive an update enabling adaptive audio and noise protection. AI at the core, Gemini as the selling point. Rather than touting massive cosmetic overhauls or aggressive price drops, Google positioned AI as the centerpiece. Gemini, Google's flagship AI assistant, was threaded throughout the demos, powering predictive text, real-time voice translations, context-aware photo editing, and seamless integration across phone, watch, and earbuds. Rick Osterlog, Google's senior vice president for platforms and devices, emphasized Gemini's importance. Quote, "There has been a lot of hype about this, and frankly, a lot of broken promises too, but Gemini is the real deal. We've got the best models, the best AI assistant, and it means your phone can just unlock so much more helpfulness." End quote. This push reflects Google's strategy to embed AI deeply into consumer hardware, hoping to differentiate itself in an increasingly crowded smartphone market dominated by Apple and Samsung. Android 16 officially launched. The event also marked the formal launch of Android 16, though Pixel owners had early access. The OS is designed to maximize Tensor G5 performance, streamline background AI processes, and improve personalization through Gemini. The star-studded spectacle. To underscore its ambitions, Google brought in high-profile guests, including Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the Jonas Brothers. The entertainment-heavy format reflected the company's desire to make the event a mainstream cultural showcase, not just a tech unveiling. Market and industry implications. Shift to TSMC. Moving Tensor production away from Samsung to TSMC signals Google's focus on cutting-edge semiconductor performance, aligning it with Apple and NVIDIA in using TSMC's advanced nodes. AI as the differentiator. With hardware upgrades largely incremental, Google's bet is that Gemini's performance and integration will convince buyers to upgrade. Pricing strategy. Holding prices steady despite inflationary pressures suggests Google is prioritizing adoption and ecosystem growth over premium margin expansion. Sustainability push. Features like replaceable batteries in Pixel Buds 2a align with growing consumer and regulatory demand for repairable tech. Pre orders opened immediately, with Pixel 10 phones shipping August 28th. Analysts and traders will now be watching for early pre order data, Gemini adoption metrics, and whether Google can convert its AI hype into measurable consumer demand.
Okay, so Google is unchanged in this pre-market session of Thursday, the 21st of August. Let's see, yesterday it lost 1.14% regardless. And let's see what's going on here is it's the extrapolation is saying that higher prices will remain in place up till or rather the strength in its 3-day moving average will remain in place up till Thursday the 28th, and then after that we might get into a correction. Yeah, the stock has been, yeah, just like the broader market has been on an uptrend since early April. So we have a couple of projections here: 213.79, 223.37, 229.30. Let's see what the price pressure momentum is indicating down here. Yeah, everything is bullish, everything is positive, nothing, but not in trend mode. The 10-day moving average is maintaining the trend, and so to the 21-day moving average, they are both maintaining their trends, but not trending. As a matter of fact, it may be, presenting an opportunity to consider buying, because when it begins to trend, then it becomes clear that we should be in. But from now, um, yeah, this may be an opportunity, yeah, to get in before it begins to trend. After all, it's Google. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, let's see. Um, let's see the market grid and see what it's going to say. Market grid on this on its 4-hour daily chart. Okay, price range is between so it's 198.71 and 206.27. So yeah, let's see, the stock is currently at 200.19. So this is where it is. Yeah, 200.19, just below here. So if you can look at it in this way, you could say, based on what we're looking at right now, maybe lower prices could still print, or it's gradually getting to the level where you should start considering buying. It depends on how you want to look at it. Yeah, because you can see technically it says from here is you should get buy, you should get into the stock now. When it gets here, you should be when it gets to the resistance zones, you should consider, you know, start getting ready to maybe exit, depending on where you got it from. But when it gets to here, RXT, then clearly you have to exit. You should. It's advising you to exit, but it does not mean. Well, you should be considering that, but at the same time, it could still extend further. So it depends on how you want to look at it. So at this sort of level where Google stock is right now, it's signaling that and also giving the fact that it's 10-day moving average is maintaining a trend, maintaining it, maybe building up for the prospects of a bounce to come in. But at the same time, it could also mean lower prices could continue to print. So uh, have a look and see what you make of all of these concerning Google. And thank you very much for watching this video.